back to Gordo's Games. It's Gordo here bringing you some more Digimon TCG content. And today we're bringing you a deck profile. And that deck profile is red. And that deck profile is red Ancient Greymon. Yes, we decided to go one of the big names in the set. Not seeing the most play, but I do think it's a good deck. I do think there's some pieces to it. I do think sadly the level 5 really does make the deck that added more value. But I'm a fan of the old archetype. But just whilst we're here, let's reveal a few things out here today. So big shout out to Patriot Games. We're doing a giveaway for the needs in their local area. They had some left over and they decided to send them over to me, so I appreciate that. My Hero Academia, so I might be giving this a go at some stage. I've got a couple of the starters. Always nice. But let's get into the deck profile. But don't forget, if you do like the content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you know when this content goes live for you, you know when I start rambling, you know when my co-star starts walking in the background, all of that malarkey. Hey honey.
Hi.
But let's get into the deck profile. First things first, let's move the mouse out of the way. Alright, we're going to start off with the Digi-Eggs. We run 4 Digimon. Digimon is just generically the best red Digi-Egg. Koromon does the similar job to him, but I think I always find Digimon's Sliver a lot quicker. And then we run a 1-up Paramon. The reason I run Paramon is because of Rise Greymon. No other reason than that. I mean, there are 1000 DP things, such as Impmon, Gobmon, Patamon, things like that. But it's not very often you're going to see those, not in a worthwhile situation. But with this, and the Rise Greymon where it lowers by 2k if you have a Tamer in play, you can then kill 3ks. So I feel like it has a nice little spot. It's just a random one. That could easily be a Koromon. That's just my choice, I decided to put it there. Okay, rookies. We're running 14 rookies. Start off with the standard. We run 3 vanilla. That's all we run this. We don't need any more vanillas than that. We would happily do so, but we need some of the effects that you get from some of the good stuff. So 2 cost, good for memory choke, easy to play down. Next, 3 Promo Agumon. This would be at 4, but I find myself attacking with a level 5 more than the 6, so I don't see myself needing it that often. It's helpful under the Rise Greymon, makes Rise Greymon to a 9k beta, so it means you can swing over level 5s. Then if you have the marks out, you can gain merit. There's some nice little tech bits with it. The standard one we always run it for, the Agumon. 1000 DP buff to anything. And as long as it's your turn, you get 1000 DP buff. That is good, no matter what. So there's not a situation where it doesn't come up. Yeah, what more can I say? It's played in near enough every red deck. I can't hype the card anymore. And then we run 4 Flamemon. Flamemon, I like the searches. I do find it ironic. So if you play Ragnar, you play the Legend Arms stuff. The Legend Arms specifically says add a Ragnar and a Legend Arms. If you saw 2 Ragnars, you can add 2 Ragnars. This one bottom decks Ancient Greymon. I find that hilarious. It's like you can add a hybrid and a tamer, or a tamer. So either or. But if you see an Ancient Greymon, it gets bottom decked. You'd think the card that reveals and searches for it would allow you to add it, like they do in Ragnar. But no, apparently not. But we run 4 of it because when you get the Ancient Greymon on deletion, you play a Flamemon, and then it lets you, and then you see a hybrid, and then you see a tamer. It's like, oh, the value is undeniable. Okay, we're moving on to level 4s. We're running 12 here, the standard number. We'll keep it simple, straight up. We're in 4 Greymon Promo. The card that makes Ancient Greymon playable. Without this card, I wouldn't play Ancient Greymon. I'd play the rest of the kit, yeah, it's fine, but I wouldn't play the Ancient Grey. I won't see the point. I can't drop him for 5. I don't run HPD. There's no me dropping that down to 0 and having the time of my life. No. But this really does put in work. Let's say you have a Marcus down. You're at 3. You Atomic Inferno because he's a hybrid, so he'll get Security Attack +1 of 3000 DP, and if he's blocked, you get gain +3 memory. Really strong card. Just to shout out, Atomic Inferno, hands down, For hybrids, it's amazing. There's no question. But yeah, so you pay 1, you go down to 2, and then you swing with this. You pay 2, you go up into Ancient Greymon. By that point, Ancient Greymon has now got security attack plus 1 because of this, and then security attack plus 2 because the Atomic Inferno is applied to this. It's now 16k, and if you block it, you gain 3 memory. So security attack plus 2 already at 16k. It's not dying to anything. Omni's not going to kill it. It's going to die to an option at the very least. And then you have a Marcus down, tap Marcus, gain memory back. So you basically never even paid for the Atomic Inferno. All around good value. And at the end of the turn, you delete the Ancient Greymon, and you play out a level 4 or lower hybrid, so you still plus it back on the board. But we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. We're on 2 blockers. I know people run it without blockers. I've had people tell me you don't need blockers. If you block in red, you're not winning, or you're not going towards your win con. But I feel as if you brick, you need to have something to help. So 2 blockers. Don't get me wrong, I still think 4 would be ideal, but there's just no space for how the deck's supposed to play. You do need to be aggressive, but you do need to have something that helps slow things down as well. So I think 2 of is just enough. And speaking of aggressive, one of the cards that swings a lot of games is Goonie. Hands down a great card. Play it off a Tamer. Digivolve off a Tamer. I had a game where it's literally out. I had no level 3s. I hold tested the Tamer the first turn. I didn't draw into the rookie the following turn, and it was just a bad time. So I evolved off the Tamer, and then went into Old One afterwards, which means I had level 5, and I drew off the rookie off all that. But I'd passed turn over then. So next turn I was set up with a rookie. But my older one was going to be 11k security attack plus 1, so regardless if they had a big body on board, I could potentially swing into it still. So it's good. It's good. It's a really good card. And sometimes if you get the full stack and swing off like Ancient Greymon with all security checks, they're left with nothing there, and you have a Tamer down, and they've got no blockers, raise it up, swing for the game. And last but certainly not least, 2 Greymon. Start at 1, gives security attack plus 1 is inheritable. Reason this is good, Ancient Grey gets security attack plus for Greymons and hybrids in its form. This is a Greymon, and it gives you security attack plus 1, so this card gives you 2 security checks just for him being in the stack. Really good, really strong. So we've got 12 there. Moving on to level 5, so we do run 8. I have a proxy because 1 card has not arrived yet. It is Rise Greymon, and at the moment it's got a Sylphie under there. Same card except for Sylphie you don't play. So 4 Rise. Allowing you to set up a Tamer for only the cost of digibursting, which is no cost at all in this game really, because sometimes you would digiburst in some of your vanillas that don't have inheritables and stuff like that. It's a really, really strong effect, because just getting you to that point where you can't remember to take the turn after, and you still have a body on board, is big. And then it's inheritable. If you have a Tamer in play, you can unswing when attacking. You can lower something by 2000 DP. Really strong, like I said, works with the Paramon. Going into the other one, Aldamon. This man alone can win games. It's stupidly strong. Gets your turn. While this Digimon's distribution cards includes a Digimon card with hybrid in its form or a red Tamer card, it gains 4000 DP. So it becomes 11k, and it has security attack plus 1 anyway. So it's got a base security attack plus 1 regardless. And that is big. And to go up to 11k to do that at level 5, yeah, that's it's a lot of damage it's going to take, and especially if you pair that with Atomic Inferno, you put down 3 atomics on top of that. That's security attack plus 4 for 20k. Options are the only thing that stops that. And if you block me, I gain 9 memory back basically because that stacks. Moving on to level 6s, we run 6. I'll keep this part straightforward because as you can guess what we play. We play 4 Ancient Greymon. Sorry, I'm just ordering food here. Yeah, so back on track. 4 Ancient Greymon. I feel like if you play an Ancient Greymon, you have to play it to the max. It does a lot of work. It is a good card. You know, the 5 cost really does hurt, but that's where you have the promos for. I would not have wanted to play this during the Japanese meta, because I wouldn't want to pay 5 for this constantly. 13k 5 cost is not enough. That's 1 cost less for an Omni. I can go into a Phoenix and then go up to an Omni, and I'd still have more value. So that makes it more playable, and the fact you can skip into it as well makes it playable. And it's the on deletion effect I like from the Ancients that's a good part. The part where it's saying literally if on deletion play out, and you play out one of your searches again, you get that added value, or you play out the level 4 because you've got the aldamon in hand. It's just generally good. And to keep it all War Grey kind of feel, 2 War Greymons. It's good against 2 CC. Generally just a good card. I had one game yesterday where first check was Gaia Force, and I was like, oh, it's gone. It's like no. It's like, oh yeah, this doesn't activate options. It's like there's a reason I play this card, even if it can't get over the big bodies. But that's the level 6s, just the 6. We run no level 7s, but we do run Tamers. So for Tamers, we run 3 Marcus. Reason being, just really good card. Reset you to 3, let you gain a memory. And with the Rise Greymon, we can set these up more freely, so there's no harm in having additionals. And then potentially extending turns by suspending. And then we run a 1 of tie. Obviously, I know people will probably say, why are you not running the red tie that gives security attack +1? Because I'm not at level 6 enough to warrant that being in the deck. I swing with more Greymons than I would make use of that effect. And this is just that added buff, but it's really just fodder for the Aguni. This one's down, fine, I'll get a 1000k buff, happy days. But when I need to, I'll go off this one, go straight into the Aguni, because I'd rather not go off this one. So just 4 Tamers there. The options are pretty standard. 4 Atomic Inferno. Atomic Inferno is hands down the best hybrid card. Being able to give yourself security attack +1, 3000 DP, and if you're blocked, 3 memory is insane. And if you stat this before going to the Ancient Greymon, and when he has all those buffs now, that's pretty insane. So, and the fact is as well, if it goes up in security, the effect is all of your Digimon gain security attack +1 that until the end of your next turn. So that doesn't just apply to what's on the board, that applies to all of your Digimon. So you play Digimon, if they add Rush by some means, or if you went a Goonie off the Tamer, that would have security attack +1. It's really solid card. And then we run 2 Gaia Force. I tried running without Gaia Forces. I tried adding in a bit more draw power, so Air of the Dragons, the deletion effect, and that is basically pointless. If you have a Greymon out or something like that, you can delete something with 4000 DP or less. But you get draw 2 cards off of it. So I gave it a try, but it didn't work out. Gaia Force just pays off. If you see it in security, happy days. If you see it in hand, it can pay off if you've got a single stack. So that is the deck. That is Ancient Greymon. All in all, it's played quite well for me. Done exactly what it needs to do, and I'm relatively pleased with it. But I will be trying out some different variants. We might be trying out the hybrid variant next, just purely go for the hybrids. But if you do like the deck profile, if you do like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And who knows, I might be looking to upload some content or some games with this deck in the near future. So stay tuned. And thanks for stopping by at Gordo's Games.